shore acres during the Hurricane Idalia of flood waters. At least 30 people stopped within 2 days. Since Meghan Martin entered his house, equipped with gloves and bleach, volunteers from Pete threw soaked books and toys into a dump. Workers from a restoration company sliced swollen wooden door frames and gypsum board. 39-year-old Martin Friday after the afternoon, feel free to enter, he said. Online. More people this week at Martin's house. Martin, a pediatric emergency doctor known as Beachgum 10 in TikTok, has grown the following by publishing health-related explanations and lifestyle content. When Martin and his family moved to Coastal Acres 7 years ago, the property was only inundated once. There was a neighboring community. Then a hurricane hit them in 2020. To prepare, many items are contaminated with dirty flood juice for less than 12 hours. The Hurricane Idalia also approached quickly. Martin and her husband Brian did their best this time. Removed items in the bedrooms and hoped best as the hurricane approached. Martin was working in a shift in Johns Hopkins All Children's Hospital. Then he released him online. Follow rise of the water level with storm fluctuation, he wrote. Beachgum 10, we don't know for at least hours. Maybe if we have water in our house. But all neighbors have water in their homes. So it's not a good sign. He watched the next video showing the contents of his house. We have flood insurance at home. But not content. Martin wrote. We put a plan. Daddy, he said. But I feel quite overwhelmed. Later, Martin, who attracted trips to store and wet items, brought together the clips of cleaning process. Some people who answered were average. On Friday, there are some comments that I saw over and over. So, why wasn't everything off the ground? We have 4 children and I worked a lot of nights. Even though we knew that this was there, we didn't really have much time to prepare it. People don't know it or they don't see if they're not here. Others showed compassion instead. The cultivars called on him to create a WAOF. Be strong. Someone else wrote. Martin and his family nearby. One of his colleagues remain in a condemnation. Martin plans to pass the generosity of his followers. Thousands of dollar funds will go to their neighbors, including one of the floods. It was difficult on the day of the flood. And at this point I don't feel terrible. I'm to overcome this and I'm ready to be for our neighbors and friends. Tampa Bay Times Hurricane Scope 2023, what to do if your home floods from the Hurricane Idalia. Hurricane of flood juice can be dangerous. Hurricane season 2023, what you need to know about the estimate pieces. We have created a computer model to show that the storm fluctuation is deadly. How can you protect your pets and yourself during a hurricane? Control lists to build all kinds of storm kits. Protect your data and documents using your phone. Protect your home and business before the storm. 7.